If your A2P 10DLC registration got rejected, or if you're stuck waiting weeks for approval, this video is going to change everything for you. Because I'm not going to give you the same recycle advice that you've heard 1,000 times about tweaking your registration forms, or rewording your opt-in copy, or crossing your fingers for a better reviewer. No, instead I'm going to show you the one loophole that nobody talks about. A completely legal way to skip A2P registration entirely and start texting your leads in under 24 hours. And just to prove to you that this works, let me show you something inside of my own CRM right now, which is GoHighLevel. You could see right here that my A2P campaign status says rejected, but when I head over to my conversation tab, I'm still sending texts and receiving texts back and forth with my leads like nothing ever happened. So in this video, I'm breaking down exactly how this works, why it's legal, and how you could set it up today. Let's get right into it. All right, so let's just talk about what A2P is for a second, because understanding A2P is the entire foundation of how this loophole works. A2P stands for application to person. It's the system that carriers like T-Mobile, AT&T, and Verizon put in place to regulate business texting. The idea was pretty simple. If you're a business and you want to text your leads for sales or marketing purposes, you need to register with the carriers first. You fill out a form, you prove that you're legitimate, you wait 2 to 3 weeks for approval, and if everything goes well, which most of the time it doesn't, you get a phone number that's cleared to send SMS text through carrier networks. So to recap, A2P only applies to SMS texts that are sent from an application to a person through carrier networks. That's the key detail that most people miss. Now, this is where it gets really interesting. There's another texting channel that exists, and it's called P2P, which stands for person-to-person texting. And P2P texting doesn't run through carrier networks at all. In fact, there's this P2P texting tool called SendBlue that lets you text through iMessage instead of SMS. This means that all of your texts pass through Apple's private network instead of running through carrier networks that are regulated by A2P 10DLC. And therefore, by using SendBlue to send iMessages in your CRM, you won't even have to register for A2P ever again. Let me jump over to my screen here so that I could show you a visual representation of what this is, because I think this will make everything crystal clear. On the left, you have A2P. This is SMS. And on the right, you have P2P. This is iMessage. When you use an A2P SMS software, you have to register for A2P 10DLC, which could take 2 to 3 weeks and requires an EIN business number. When you use a P2P iMessage software like SendBlue, you don't have to register for A2P 10DLC. You don't have any registration required, nor do you have to provide an EIN business number. Your phone line can be activated within literally 24 hours. When you use A2P SMS, you're charged per text message sent or received, per MMS or per image sent, and per segment of 160 characters. When you use P2P iMessage, you're only going to be charged once for the phone line itself, and then all texts sent back and forth to your leads are unlimited and free. When you use A2P SMS, you have specific keywords that may be flagged, words like cash, offer, money, financing, crypto. When you use P2P iMessage, there are no keyword bans, so you could literally text what you want. When you use A2P SMS, you're forced to add the opt-out line at the bottom of all of your text, even if your leads have already opted into your communications. When you use P2P iMessage, you don't have to include the opt-out line if they've opted into your communications. So now that you understand how using a P2P channel like SendBlue doesn't require A2P registration, let me show you exactly how to get this set up so that you could start texting your leads today, and then we'll walk through the best business use cases for P2P texting. All right, so step 1, install the P2P SendBlue Chrome extension. So the first thing that you want to do is head over to the Chrome web store. Make sure that you're using a Google Chrome tab and then search for SendBlue. You'll see this SendBlue extension pop up, click install, and that's going to take just a few seconds. This extension is going to add a small phone widget to your CRM interface. You'll see this later in the setup, but just know that this widget is what gives you a real texting experience with your leads. From this widget, you'll be able to send text back and forth with your leads, send videos, and send voice messages, basically everything that an actual phone can do. Step 2 is to get your phone lines activated. Now, this is where things get really simple. You don't need to fill out a registration form. You don't need to upload business documentation. You don't need to wait weeks for carrier approvals. All you need to do is figure out how many new leads that you want to be texting every single day. SendBlue is going to assign one phone line for every 50 new conversations that you'd like to have daily. So if you're getting 100 new leads coming through your ads every single day, you'll need 2 phone lines. If you're getting 200 new leads through your ads per day, you'll need 4 lines. And if you're only getting 10 or 25 new leads per day, 1 phone line is all you'll need. Now keep in mind that when I say new conversations per day, this means the first ever text that you send to a lead. If you send multiple texts in the future, these don't count towards your daily limit. Once you figured out how many phone lines you'll need based on your daily lead flow, just click the link in the description section or the comment section of this video. You'll fill out a quick little form with your phone number, your CRM of choice, and the number of leads that you're expecting to receive per day through your ads, referrals, or whatever. That sends an inquiry over to SendBlue, and they're going to get your phone lines activated with the specific area code that you're looking for. So if you want a local area code for your market, you could request that during the setup. And here's the pretty insane part. The activation usually happens within 24 hours, normally even faster than that. Compare that to the 2 to 3 week wait period with A2P registration, you could see why this is such a game changer. Step 3, connect your phone lines to your CRM. Once your phone lines are live, you'll log into your SendBlue account and you'll head over to your account settings. From there, click on integrations and you'll see a full list of CRMs that SendBlue supports. We're talking about GoHighLevel, HubSpot, CloseCRM, Salesforce, Pipedrive, Follow Up Boss, Zapier, Make.com, and pretty much every other major CRM that you could think of. And if your CRM isn't there, just know that we have a full API to help you integrate it. You'll select whichever CRM you're using and it's going to ask you to authenticate your account. Once that's done, you could log back into your CRM, click on an opportunity or click on a contact or click on a lead's profile and start texting with them on your new SendBlue phone line by using the phone widget that we installed in step 1. And here's what's really cool about this setup. All of the conversation history with your leads will show up in 2 places. First, it's going to be in the SendBlue dashboard and on the phone widget that you're using right now. And second, it's going to be in your CRM's contact or activity or opportunity page, as you can see right here. Everything stays synced automatically so you never lose track of a conversation. Step 4 is to update your workflows and your automations. This is the final step and it's super straightforward. You're going to update all of your current workflows and automations so that your new SendBlue phone number sends text instead of your old SMS A2P phone number. To do that, open your workflow builder in your CRM or open Zapier or Make.com and locate all of your SMS steps. You're going to see them scattered through your workflows, and these are the steps where your automations currently send text messages to your leads. What you're going to do is delete those SMS steps and you're going to replace them with SendBlue steps instead. The SendBlue steps work the exact same way as SMS steps did. You add your message content, you set up timing for these messages, you configure your triggers. It's a one-to-one replacement. You're just switching the channel from SMS to iMessage. And again, if you're worried about your Android users who can't receive iMessages, don't be worried about that. If SendBlue can't detect an iPhone user on the receiving end, it's going to automatically fall back to an SMS for all of your Android users and send them a standard green text. That way, all of your leads get the right colored text every single time. All right, now that we've seen what P2P is and how to start using it in your business to text leads, let's break down the most common business use cases for it. So first off, if you're dealing with A2P headaches right now, this solves everything. Maybe you're in the band industry and can't get approved. Maybe you keep getting flagged for using certain keywords. Maybe you're on your 3rd or 4th attempt of A2P registration because your number keeps getting shut down. We've seen this happen all the time. I mean, one of our clients in the crypto space had his A2P phone number shut off overnight because he used the word crypto in a campaign. Thankfully, he switched to P2P iMessage and he was back up and running in 12 hours only. Another one of our clients in the telemedicine space couldn't get past the A2P approval process after multiple rejections, so he switched to P2P and he hasn't looked back. Now, here's the part that most people don't realize. Even if A2P is working fine for you right now, P2P can still dramatically improve your results. We've been split testing green SMS text versus blue iMessage text for months now, and the data is clear. Every single time we're seeing response rates triple when you switch to blue iMessages. That's because more than 70% of your leads have iPhones. And when they see a green SMS text come through their phone, they assume that it's spam. They assume that it's a business texting them, and therefore they ignore it. But when they see a blue bubble, an iMessage, they assume it's a real person because that's what they're used to. So if your business does lead opt-in nurturing, appointment reminders, webinar confirmations, abandoned cart follow-up, ops, anywhere you need people to actually engage with you, P2P is going to outperform SMS every single time. The big difference is how you're going to use it. P2P isn't designed for blasting thousands of people with the same message. And honestly, if that's still your strategy in 2026, you are already behind. I actually recorded a full video on why that approach is completely dead, and I'll link it right here on the screen, here or here, if you want to check it out. Let me just give you an example of where P2P texting can be really useful in your business. Most businesses send appointment reminders that look like this. They're going to say, "Hey John, you have an appointment coming up on July 4th at 2 p.m. Reply yes to confirm, reply stop to opt out." That's not building a relationship. That's not getting your lead excited about their appointment. That's not increasing their commitment to showing up. It's just a notification that they'll probably forget about. With P2P texting, you're starting a conversation instead. So something that you might send is a voice message instead of a text message before the appointment, saying something like, "Hey John, just wanted to check in before a call tomorrow. Are there any questions that I could answer so that we be the most productive as possible on that call?" Something like that, or just sending them a quick selfie video, reintroducing yourself and reminding them about why this call matters. And get this, once they reply, they are engaged, they are committed, and that's when reply rates and show up rates skyrocket, because it now feels like there's a real person on the other end of this text that actually cares. That's what P2P is really about. It's not broadcasting, it's building real relationships through text, but just at scale. Now, if you're ready to start using a P2P channel like SendBlue, you'll also need to change the way that you are writing your text, because people will expect much more conversational text from you rather than broadcast style text. And to help you with that, I filmed this video that I'll put right here up on the screen, here or here, that's going to walk you through the entire P2P iMessage framework to write text that you could send right now for your business. Thank you so much for watching, and yeah, I'll see you in there.